Got him in group as a go.
Yes! Not just a startup, an upstart.
Gotta get going.
Gotta be good.
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 Growth is the goal. How do we do that?
I talked to UPS. They'll help us out. New technology, smart advice. We focus on the business, and they take care of the logistics.
UPS.
Good going.
We get good. That's great.
Great. Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
I love logistics.
Welcome to another edition of Zips Weekly. I'm your host, David Suntup. Coming up, we'll take a look back at the past week in Zips athletics, including Akron women's basketball showdown with Kent State in round 1 of the PNC Wagon Wheel Challenge. The men's basketball team held a purple out for the Ball State game and had a dramatic comeback win at Bowling Green, and Akron swimming and diving held its senior night last Friday. Coach, we'll start off with the game at Ohio last week, down by 3 points, 12 minutes to go, and the Bobcats went on a 12-3 run to take control of the game. What was the difference in that stretch?
I thought, during that stretch they worked harder. They had a lot more energy. They got offensive rebounds, and they did a really good job of disrupting our offense and made it very difficult for us to score. They did a really good job in transition, and it wasn't one of our prettiest games, but we get to play them again at home, and hopefully we'll play a little bit better the second time around.
You guys bounced back against Kent State on Saturday, a 74-67 win. And one player who was huge in the victory was Sinna King, 20 points after she went 2 of 10 in the first half. What did you like about her resilience that enabled her to bounce back from that slow start?
Well, she didn't allow that to affect other parts of her game. I thought her rebounding, her defense was much better in the second half. Where sometimes, a lot of players will allow their offense to affect their defense, and Sinna didn't do that. And I thought her shot selection was much better in the second half. We got her in different situations, 15-footers, at the free throw line, at the block, 3-pointers, and just kind of changed it up a little bit.
You alluded to rebounding and defense, 2 things that Dee Gibson is known for, and Gibson also had a big second half. She scored 10 points in the game. All of them came in the final 20 minutes. So what did you like about her energy burst?
Well, when Dee has energy, it affects our whole team, and I thought she gave us great energy. Those 2 3-pointers in a row, I thought, got everybody excited. Unfortunately, she picked up her next foul, and we had to put her on the bench. But when she gets excited, we all get excited.
Gibson also had a couple of huge assists in that second half. Looking forward to Western Michigan on Wednesday night. You started off MAC playing Kalamazoo, lost to the Broncos, and you said after Saturday's game against Kent State that we're looking forward to seeing how much we improved from the first meeting, and you challenged your team. So what does your squad need to improve upon the most from the first meeting to come away with the win?
Well, we played them back, I think, like January 4th or something, and we told them after the game that it'd be interesting to see a month later, if we've improved at all. And Western Michigan is playing extremely well right now. They're in first place on the West. They're 7-2. They gave us a lot of problems, and I was just kind of disappointed because we really didn't pay too much attention to the scouting report, which I was disappointed, and the energy just wasn't there. So I think this time around, I think the kids are going to pay a little bit more closer attention to the details. We had a lot of younger kids playing for the first time. We tried to explain to them what MAC play was all about, and I don't think they really understood. And I think now after so many games, 9 games, I think they understand that you got to be physically and mentally prepared for every team that you play.
Coach, thanks for the time, and best of luck against Western Michigan and at Northern Illinois.
Thank you.
Akron women's tennis beat Oakland 6-1 at the Latucci Tennis Center last Saturday. The Zips won 2 of 3 doubles matches and went 5-1 in singles action. Karolina Maximova and Sophia Geyer teamed up to win their doubles match at First Doubles, and both players won their singles matches. The Zips are now 3-1 in the spring season after their 3rd straight win. The swimming and diving team won its double dual meet over Xavier and Mount Union on senior night at the Ocasek Natatorium last Friday. The Zips took 15 of 16 events and got off to a strong start after sweeping the top 3 spots in 6 of the first 7 events. Alice Hottensmith broke the MAC record and Ocasek Natatorium pool record in the 1-meter dive after a score of more than 356, and also set a program record in the 3-meter dive. Hottensmith's performance earns her the Zips Student Athlete of the Week award and the MAC Swimmer of the Week award. Sean Barber won the Armory Track Invitational in New York City after his vault of 19 feet and a quarter inch. It's the 4th victory for Barber this season. The 18th ranked Akron track and field team won 4 titles on the final day of the Penn State National. Sophomore Brent Gray won the 400-meter invitational, while Sean Seams came in first in the 500-meter invitational. Gray and Weems were also part of the winning 4x400-meter relay team with Miles Baldwin and Clayton Murphy. Number 14 Akron Rifle lost to 12th-ranked Army last Saturday. Matt Chesum led the Zips with a score of 577 in the small bore competition. Akron men's basketball hosted Ball State in its annual Purple Out game and headed to Bowling Green last Saturday with a chance to sweep the season series with the Falcons. Akron took down Ball State 59-47 back on January 27th. The teams were tied at 24 at the half, but Pat Forsyth scored 11 of his game-high 17 points to lead the Zips in the second half. Akron wore purple uniforms with the name Peters on the back of the jerseys in honor of former Director of Basketball Operations Dan Peters after he passed away in October following his battle with pancreatic cancer. The win helped the Zips improve to 14-6 and 5-2 in MAC play. Akron completed the season sweep of Bowling Green after a dramatic 69-68 win at the Stroh Center. B.J. Gladden put home the game-winning putback with 3.4 seconds left after a Noah Robotham miss, and the Zips got a stop on the Falcons' final possession to clinch the victory. Coach Dambrot's squad trailed by 10 points in the second half and didn't take its first lead of the game until 3:15 remaining. Pat Forsyth scored a career-high 20 points, while Gladden chipped in 11 on a perfect 4 of 4 from the field. The Zips' third straight win moved them to 15-6, including 6-2 in the MAC.
We was down 1, and Coach called a play for Noah to isolate on the left. And he went and isolated and went to the basket and got it blocked. So my man, I guess, crashed down. I kind of bullied him through and got the rebound and finished. First game winner of my career, so it felt amazing.
Well, we're confident now that we can win on the road. We know what we have to do. We have to play a little more relaxed. I thought at times we were a little bit jittery. We almost let it get away from us a couple times. We did not play as solid a defense as we needed to really to win the game. And then we didn't shoot the ball well from outside. But, you know, we did enough things to win, and that's what you have to do.
Our Zip Student Athlete of the Week is Akron diver Alice Hottensmith. The junior set the MAC record and Ocasek Natatorium pool record in the 1-meter dive after a score of more than 356, and also broke a program record in the 3-meter dive. At number 3, Hannah Plyben finds Anita Brown, and she puts it in off the glass. Brown had 24 in Akron's win over Kent State. At number 2, how about Akron diver Alice Hottensmith? The junior set the MAC record in the Ocasek Natatorium pool record in the 1-meter dive. Hottensmith was also named the Zip Student Athlete of the Week and the MAC Swimmer of the Week. Our number 1 play of the week. Akron down 1 late at Bowling Green, 10 seconds to go. Noah Robotham drives to the hole, his shot no good, but B.J. Gladden with the putback with 3 seconds left gives the Zips a 69-68 lead. Akron will get a stop on the final possession and come up with a huge win at Bowling Green. Coming up this week in Zips Athletics, Akron men's basketball battles Ohio in Athens on Wednesday and hosts Buffalo on Saturday. Akron women's basketball plays Western Michigan at home on Wednesday and hits the road to face Northern Illinois on Saturday. The women's tennis team has home matches against NJIT and Liberty this weekend. The track and field team hosts the 11th annual Akron Invitational on Friday and Saturday. That wraps up this edition of Zips Weekly. Tune in next week as we recap Akron women's basketball showdown with Western Michigan and Akron men's basketball's MAC East Division battle with Buffalo. Thanks so much for watching. I'm David Suntup for GoZips.com.